Hey there, YouTube. It's Mike, the Dicka Collector here. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a wonderful week. We've made it to the end of another week, first couple of days of spring. Weather is kind of cold, a little bit better, no complaints here. Of course, the big news on the Bears front is the Bears have finally made their decision known about Justin Fields. Um, Overall, I mean, I guess it was kind of expected. Writing was kind of on the wall. Caleb Williams is the way they're going to go. I had no problem with them trading Justin Fields, and everything you're reading is they wanted the best situation for Justin Fields, and whether you believe it or not, they turned down better offers to send him to the Steelers. But the fact that they sent him to the Steelers for just a sixth round pick just hurts. That is kind of tough to swallow. I feel like we probably could have gotten more. Most likely, what happened was the Bears really overvalued Justin Fields. No one was able to meet that value. And then all of a sudden, the Steelers get Russell Wilson. Kenny Pickett goes to the Eagles. Uh, Kirk Cousins goes to the Falcons, I believe. So all of a sudden, all these quarterback needy teams start picking up quarterbacks, and the market for Fields just shrinks. And the Bears take all that's left. So it's a little unfortunate. I think we did kind of get fleeced, and this is the second time the Steelers have managed to really crush us. The Chase Claypool trade is still fresh in my mind. Um, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out. I have a feeling Russell Wilson will still end up being the starter, but if he plays as badly as he did in Denver, I don't think it'll take long before Justin Fields takes over. So I'll have to live with Justin Fields being in the Pittsburgh area, and knowing my luck, he'll light it up, and I'll have to hear about it every day. Anyway, the reason for the video, it's TTM time. I got a bunch here, and I have a feeling a bunch of them are for the Battle of the Decades contest that is being held. So figured get right to it. Our first one here is out of Phoenix, Arizona. We have here on the 1990 Fleer. Let's make that a little closer. There you go, Mr. Vance Johnson. Very cool. So Vance was a second round pick in the 1985 draft for the Denver Broncos. He did play his entire career with the Broncos. It looks like they cut him back in '83, and he made a practice squad, and then ended up picking him back up in '84. So he did his whole playing career was with the Broncos. His receiving stats, they were okay, average, nothing really huge. 9 seasons, 415 receptions, 37 touchdowns, 5,600 yards. Off the field, though, unfortunately, he did have his fair share of drama. He was accused of domestic abuse, and actually, on an interview with Oprah, admitted to domestic abuse. He had alcohol problems and problems with pill addiction. Um, but on this channel, we focus on the positive and we focus on the sports. And we thank the former Bronco for the beautiful signature on the 90 Fleer. And God bless you from Vance Johnson. Now Team Jesus. So obviously he has turned his life around. And that's just an awesome return. Thank you very much. They even put the little cross there on the card. So thank you very much, Mr. Vance Johnson. Next return is coming out of Seattle, Washington. We have a great one here. So we got Mr. Lenny Wilkens on the NBA Top Stars. Very cool. Lenny Wilkens. He provided this himself, the Lenny Wilkens Foundation. Nice signature. On the NBA Hoops, Lenny Wilkens with the Hall of Fame inscription. On the Team USA, Lenny Wilkens with the Hall of Fame inscription. And honestly, probably my favorite one is on the hoops where it shows him on his Sonics uniform with the Hall of Fame inscription, and then on the back, Lenny Wilkens as coach of the Cavs. I have a bunch of these. There's a bunch of cards in this set. There's a Bob Weiss, who was a player for the Bulls from the 70s. So this is very cool. Awesome, awesome return here for Mr. Lenny Wilkens. I did include a $10 donation, and but I did not expect the extra card. So obviously everyone knows the legend that is Lenny Wilkens. He played for 15 seasons for the Seattle Hawks, the Seattle Supersonics, the Cleveland Cavs, and the Portland Trailblazers. He coached for over 35 years with 7 different NBA teams. Of course, he was the assistant coach on the 92 Team USA Dream Team. And in 1996, he was elevated to head coach. The 92 team is obviously the team that had Michael Jordan. He's 1979 NBA champion, 1994 Coach of the Year, 4-time NBA All-Star Game coach, on the Cleveland Cavs Wall of Honor. He's voted one of the top 10 coaches in NBA history. So what an awesome, awesome return. Thank you so much, Mr. Lenny Wilkens. This is a cool card, but I have to say my ranking would be 1, 2, and then these last 2 here with an awesome bonus business card. So that's a fantastic return. And both of these, by the way, are, excuse me, sorry about that, had to sneeze. Both of these are for Team 90s. Our next one here is from where Mr. Michael Myers would say is parts unknown. So let's be surprised together. Awesome. So again, on the 1990 Fleer, we have Mr. Jim Leitchie on the 90 Fleer. And then on his index card, grateful for all my opportunities. Very cool. I guess we can't count that as a signature, but still very nice to get an index card. But that is definitely a signature. So Mr. Leitchie was also drafted in the 1985 draft, but he was round 1, pick 12 by the San Diego Chargers. He played for the Chargers, the LA Raiders, and the Washington Redskins. He had a 10-year career. Super Bowl champion for Super Bowl 26, which was Redskins versus the Bills. 3-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler. He's one of the 70 greatest Redskins. Very, very cool return for Mr. Jim Leitchie. Thank you very much. And another point for Team 90s. Next return here is out of Spokane, Washington. That's 2 from Washington, so that's pretty interesting. Did not sign the index card, but we got very nice Mr. Craig Elo, who I had sent to last year, but I did not send these cards. So this was specifically for Team 90s, so we have him on the upper deck. Very nice on the Fleer Ultra. Does kind of get lost in that card. This is the 92-93 Fleer Ultra, and here is the 93-94. This one came out beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, of course, Craig Elo is probably most famous for being the victim of Michael Jordan's The Shot. But he did have a great career, and he actually had redemption. So while he was obviously the victim, and in all the videos, you can see him grabbing his head in disbelief after Jordan makes the shot. For the rest of his career, he had a career-high 31 points 3 times versus Michael Jordan. So the competition for competing was obviously strong, and he might have lost the game, but he still gave his all every time he played Jordan, and that's what made 90s basketball so great. So thank you very much, Mr. Craig Elo. Another point for Team 90s. And last but not least, out of Greensboro, North Carolina, did not sign the card, but on the 91 Max, we have Mr. Richard Childress. Very cool. So this is a set that I've been working on ever since last year's contest. Had a few more that weren't signed, decided to send them out for this year's contest, so that was convenient. Richard Childress is a member of the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He's a 6-time winner of the Winston Cup Series as a driver, and as an owner, he's a 5-time Busch Series champion, 2-time Camping World Trust Series champion. Please don't ask me what that is. I do not know. In his racing career, he raced 302 races with 79 top 10 finishes, 8 top 5 finishes. And as an owner, he had the fortune of having both Dale Earnhardt and Kyle Busch on his team. So very cool return. One more for the 91 Max set and another point for Team 90s. So all in all, we had, I think, 5 returns today. We had Richard Childress, Craig Elo, Mr. Jim Leachy, see if I can get it all to fit in here, Mr. Lenny Wilkins. Let's go out a little bit. There we go. And Mr. Vance Johnson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for Team 90s. There you guys have it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks everyone for watching, and God bless.